Good morning, folks. As you can see, 12 minutes past 8, 27.7 degrees. My little lady here is not enjoying the heat. She's wanting me to take her out already. I was hoping to get an extra 10 minutes, half an hour with my eyes closed, but no, she's gonna make me get up, so let's get on with the day. Okay folks, 8:22, it's a Thursday morning. I think it's is it the 16th of June? I think so. I can't quite read the screen, not in this brightness. Hopefully you can see her ladyship here. This is my Tina girl, and it's a lovely sunny morning in Torrevieja on the southeast coast of Spain. Nice day. Dogs barking in the background. They're more badly behaved than my little girl here. There you go, good girl. Let's just enjoy a few minutes of peace and quiet, relative peace and quiet. I've no idea what I'm going to do with the day today. The world is my oyster. I don't know. Go back to camp in a few minutes. Coffee, I guess, to start the day. Possibly egg sandwiches, I don't know. Or possibly just a couple of bowls of cereals. I bought a bottle of milk last night. Tina girl. Tina, come here. Hey, leave the other people alone. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Nice and calm when the dogs aren't barking, including my own. Okay folks, back shortly. Okay folks, just got back from the morning walk with Tina. As you can see, even with the doors open in here, with the tent open at 8:40, it's 29.3 degrees. What I thought I'd take a quick look at, I was just looking at gathering a few things to take outside for the morning. The ginger ale, ginger wine, whatever it's going to be, project. A couple of nights ago, when it was the night before last, when it was raining and thunder and lightning. The dog, she wanted to get into this corner. I don't know why. She likes to find a nook or a cranny to crawl into and feel safe. So I was frightened these were going to get knocked over, so I tightened the lid, put the tops on. If you remember, I left them loose to let the off-gassing happen, let the carbon dioxide out of the bottle. I forgot to take the lids back off, and these bottles are now they're particularly tight. So I'm going to try and release that that pressure, and actually see, when it's pressurized like that, the carbon dioxide is gonna stay in the liquid, and it inhibits alcohol production. It starts to kill the yeast. The yeast doesn't work as effectively. So we want to get that gas out of there. And ideally let some oxygen into let some air into the bottle, if I can do that. Oh, we can smell oh, that one. I thought that was going to bubble out and up and over then. Yeah, look at it go. Can you see that bubbling? Wow, there's a lot of carbon dioxide in that liquid. That's phenomenal. Oh, the other one's still doing it as well. The other one's fizzing away still. Doesn't have the same effect on the surface. Look at this, just bubbling away on the surface. This one's still got bubbles rising though. We want to get those. We want to get those out if we can. Our yeast friends would prefer not to be totally without oxygen. They want so whilst it was a good idea to screw the tops on so that the liquid didn't get knocked over, so that Tina didn't knock the bottles themselves over a couple of nights ago, it's probably not great overall. So I'll just have to keep. I'm just going to put the lids on a second, just to give them a good shake. I guess I'll have to repeat that a few times through the day. It's interesting that the one bottle is so much fizzier than the other. I mean, they were the same mix. You know, it was boiled in the same pan and then divided into these two bottles, which had an equal amount of liquid already in them. They've been literally next to each other all this time. In the same conditions. You can see the temperature current temperature. I was worried it was too warm in here for them, and that they could end up kind of pasteurised, kind of sterilised. But that doesn't seem to have happened. Maybe one bottle got a larger dose of the yeast to start with and got off to a quicker start. I don't know. It's interesting. I'll have to I'll try and leave the lids loose again as the original plan and let the off-gassing continue. Cover them up, keep them safe, keep the dog away from them, and take it from there. Okay guys, that was an update on the ginger wine project. We'll be back with more info later. Okay folks, this morning I've given the new barbecue a little bit of a rub down, a little bit of a wipe around. Far from perfect, but it's cleaner than it was. I think we'll do something with that in the next day or two. Maybe I'll need another wipe around tomorrow, and then we'll maybe cook something tomorrow night. For now, I've closed the tent up, I've packed a bag, and me and her ladyship here, we're off for a day at the park. See you there. Okay guys, 12 noon and we're in the park. Hey Tina girl, come on, let's walk. Just going to walk up to our favourite spot. We might stop off at a bench or two on the way, who knows. Maybe say hello to another doggy or two. See you there. Okay, we're in place and all set up. Nice spot in the shade, doggy on the picnic blanket, another blanket for a pillow, solar panel out and ready to charge the phone, radio sat in the sun, and biscuits, water and cola, and I think there's coffee in the bag. We're all set for a day in the park, and it's lovely. Nice mix of sunshine and shade, nice breeze, beautiful day. We're going to enjoy ourselves. Okay folks, just after 3 o'clock, we're in the park. I've just been listening to a few YouTube videos that I downloaded the other day. Halfway through the afternoon and we're having a good time, relaxing in the shade. Well, actually we were in the sun. I've just had to move us again because the bloody sun keeps moving. It does that, you know. Moves around. But we're in the shade again now, cooling off and enjoying a nice peaceful afternoon. Okay, more later. Finish on Tina. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, or is that evening? I'm never sure where the line is there. Opening shot of Tina. Still in the park, still enjoying ourselves. Just listening to Big Clive Live. Some videos I downloaded a couple of days ago. Quiet afternoon in the park. You know, I've not even opened a book. Didn't even read my book. I've just laid down in the, well, half in the sun, half in the shade, and listened to some audio. Nodded off at one point, little micro sleeps. Usually get woken up by Tina barking at somebody, but quiet afternoon. It's been good. Probably stay another half an hour, maybe another hour at the most, before we head on back to camp. The wind's been picking up a little bit. The wind's got a bit of strength to it. That, depending on the direction, that might have some relevance for the tent and the camp. If you saw the video the other day when the thunderstorm was approaching and the tent it looked like it was going to blow away at one point, we had to put extra lines down to the ground. Even though those lines weren't intended for tying to the ground, they look like they're more for tying a kind of a tree level or something, tying to trees. But there's no trees where I am that close, so they just got tied to the ground. It is as it is. Can you see the little bird? Let's have a look whether I can... I know it's there, I'm looking at it, but I can't see it on screen. The screen really isn't... really not bright enough through the day. Now I must remember to zoom back out afterwards. Okay folks, like I said, nothing much to report. Maybe I'll do a little update later as we leave for home. Bye for now. Okay folks, it's 6 o'clock, maybe 1 or 2 minutes to 6, and we're packed up and ready to head for home. See you back there. Bye for now. Meanwhile, back in the camp, 20 past 6 and 40.6 degrees. I don't think we'll be sitting in the tent too long. In fact, not at all. We're going to go straight out now. And I don't know. I don't know what to do for the next 2 or 3 hours. We'll find something. Customary shot of Tina to begin with. Although not especially visible. There you go. Okay folks. A bit of a last minute decision. It's... I don't even know what time it is. Probably somewhere approaching 10 o'clock. I decided at the last minute... That's a little bit high temperature wise. You can't see that, I don't think. Can you see the numbers? It's heading up towards 200 degrees. I put it on as low. I put the gas barbecue on, I think as low as I think that can go. You turn it on and it starts high and goes round to low and doesn't turn beyond there. I don't know. I took, you're not going to believe this. Okay, let's summarise. My first attempt at the solar oven. I put some potatoes in there, I think it was Sunday. And I've left them, I've turned them each day and I've left them, and it's been, where are we at now? We're at the end of Thursday. So we've had, you could argue 5 days. And they're not even, they're nowhere. They're nowhere. So I took the 3 potatoes out of there and put them in the barbecue, and I figured while it was on, might as well, I mean it's a big barbecue, if you're going to have a big box this hot, I don't know how well we can try and focus in there. It's exactly on 200 now. That'll be Fahrenheit, will it? I guess so. My eyes, let me put my goggles on. No, it's centigrade. Yeah, okay. That's probably hotter than I like. So inside, the the gas is on the left grill, and I put the food over on the right to try and, you know, try and keep a balance. I don't know. How was my camera work there? Did you get that? Flame on the left, food on the right. I cut some of the bigger ones in half because give them a chance. And I figure in half an hour or so I'll come back and think about turning them over. In the meantime, Her Ladyship. It's weird how the camera doesn't point where the phone does. If I was to just that is me pointing the phone straight at Tina, and that puts her way off centre. I don't know what that's about. But there's my girl. Anyway guys, back shortly. Okay guys, you saw earlier probably that we got some biddies in here. We got some mosquitoes and other assorted flies. So I'm just spraying a bit of citronella. Don't know whether you can see that without the glare. Bit of citronella, which allegedly they don't like. It's actually a body spray. But hey, use what you've got. Get rid of the little buggers. So I spray that around. Leave the doorway open a little bit. Not that much, but a little bit. So that any that are in there and not enjoying it can get out. And I hope that they leave. You can't see over there. There's Her Ladyship. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer. She's got a backside to her, so it's not the best. It's not the best view in the world. Hey Tina, say hello to the people. It's not the best view. She's busy. I've just given her a little bowl of food, a little snacklet. Keep her going through the night. She'll obviously eat half of my jacket potatoes later. That's how things are. She eats her food, half of mine, and whatever else she finds while we're out and about. So yesterday, up towards the garage at the top of the street, at the end of this road, someone had lost a bag of, I don't think it was fish and chips, but something and chips on the floor. And over 2 sittings, when we went out and when we came back, she picked up all of the chips and whatever else was to be had. So that's my girl. She eats her food, half of my food, and whatever else she can find. And somehow she doesn't end up too fat. I don't know how she does it. Anyway, that's it until it's time to examine the potatoes. DeltaMike out. Okay guys, I'm just laying on the bed with my doggy darling while we wait on the jacket potatoes, the roast potatoes. What you're looking at now are 2 solar powered lights that I've had since just after Christmas. It was Christmas or New Year. Each day I put them out. There's a you can't see a thing, can you? There's a small solar panel here. Oh, a little LED on the front, and inside a rechargeable AAA battery. And each day the sun recharges the battery via the solar cell. And I had three, but in the last week, one of them had a really bad connection inside, really corroded, and I took it apart to scrape off some of the corrosion, and I put it in the sun for the day, and one of the wires kind of, I don't think it got so hot it desoldered. I just think it had had a dodgy connection for a while, and yeah, the dodgy connection was obviously the wire was already connected fragilely, a bad connection. And there isn't enough solder there. I'd like to just take like a screwdriver or something, get it hot, and push the wire and the connection together with the hot screwdriver tip. But there just isn't enough. There just isn't enough solder present for that to happen, and I don't have any solder, and soldering irons aren't something I have lying around. I'm a tramp. But what I do have, as you might have seen in one of my videos earlier, I have my Omni fan, which is an LED light and fan in one. Oh, one of the lights has just fallen off again. They haven't fallen all week, but today they just won't stop. But this light, oh yeah, look at that. That's, you can almost see, look at that, you can almost see my girl. She doesn't like it because it doesn't really have it doesn't have a more subtle option. Well, the light's either on or off, but watch this. If we go turn the light off and the fan on, but then we turn to both, you get a slightly more subdued light. You get the light and the fan, but the light's not as glaring as otherwise. Now this camera, well, I don't know if the camera doesn't do a good job or just the screen. I've done some videos where I said, oh, you can't see that, or I can't see it, and then when I've watched the video, it's perfectly clear on screen. So I don't look. For example, now I'm looking right at the camera's looking right at Tina. The screen I'm looking at, it's just a solid black mass. I can see the edge of the light, and not a lot else. But it's entirely possible that when you watch this video back, it'll be great. So I don't know. We'll have to roll with that and see. Solar lights, nice yellow light, a warm light. The ring light and fan. It's a little bit more. It's a bit more of a stark light, isn't it? It's a colder light. But in fairness, if I was doing a video now with the camera the other way facing me, it would work. You'd be able to see me. We did one. The weekly roundup video from Sunday night was done that way. Was it Sunday or did I do it Monday? Whenever it was, I did it using this light because I only got it on the Sunday. My friend Damien, of whom I speak a lot, he's a relatively new friend. It's less than a month, I think. But the guy's just incredible. And Simon too, who provided the tent that I now reside within. The pair of them. It's a great day for me really when Tina kind of annoyed them, barking at them, and they waved back. Yeah. But anyway, potatoes are cooking. I'm going to give them about a quarter of an hour and then I'm going to check on them. So come back to me then. Okay folks, it's been a little while. Temperatures rised? That's not right. Slightly. It's somewhere around 210 degrees. The potatoes at this side are clearly well on their way. Or at least on the outside they are. That one's looking well done. These maybe not so much. Oh, Okay, maybe it's just the way that I've shuffled them around. Well, that one doesn't feel to have been touched at all. So we're going to put this one a bit more central with the heat. Just check that the fire's still going. For the ones that don't feel like they're too well underway, we'll move a bit more. Oh. Sorry guys, I'm holding the camera with my main hand, and trying to manipulate things with my what's the word? Secondary hand, left hand. I'll just say left. Okay, they're going to need longer, obviously. Here we go again, folks. This time the temperature's fallen slightly, a little bit below 200. Possibly a good thing. Oh. I got a blast of hot air there as I opened it. I'm going to get a knife in a minute and or a fork maybe. Pierce the skins and see if I can get a sense of where we are. I'm looking at the skins. To my eyes, they look overdone, but I'm not getting any. The feel doesn't feel cooked. So I'm gonna get a knife or something and what have I got? Tina, be quiet, darling. Tina, stay. Tina, stay. Tell my doggy to stay inside. She won't take any notice. She'll probably tell the... Right? That. Yeah, I think once you through the skin, they're alright. There's a bit of crunch still, maybe. These ones where I've cut them in half. Oh! Oh! I'm not sure I can get that back on. That was a heck of a crunch on the outside. I don't know. Not easy to judge. I think what I can do is I can plate up a couple of these. These ones felt okay. Here. I can plate these up. While I'm eating them, I can decide what to do about the rest. Give them another quarter of an hour, maybe. And, well, just while I eat, yeah. And then turn them off. And then leave them in the box. Leave them in the oven overnight. With the oven turned off, but with the box warm. And see where we go from there. Let me extract a little bit of butter and some cheese. Tina, shush. Some butter and cheese from my refrigerator. Tina, shush. Dogs are going crazy because people are walking past arguing. Butter. We've had it now for, is it nearly 2 weeks? 2 weeks tomorrow or the day after. And cheese. Now at one point these did get a little bit warm. I didn't stay on top of keeping everything cold. Tina, I told you to stay inside. I told you to stay inside. Bugalugs. Okay. Like I said, the dog's annoyed because the neighbours are arguing. What can you do? I hope I'm not intruding on their privacy. Do they have privacy? Arguing out in public? I don't think there's any expectation of privacy when you argue out in the open. But I'm not a lawyer. That's a question for Nick Rekieta. Rekieta Law. R-E-K-I-E-T-A. Love his channel. Shout out to Nick Rekieta. Of course, he's American law, and I'm in Spain, with Russian, Lithuanian and Ukrainian neighbours in the mix, amongst the Spanish, English or British and Irish. We got a mix out here. A few years ago, if you heard anyone that wasn't Spanish, odds were they would be British or Irish. Nowadays they're Russian, Ukrainian, Lithuanian, Polish, etc. Slavs, I guess, would be the... Is that the correct generic term? I don't know. I might be being racist again. I get accused of it. I'm not, but... Sometimes it's the ignorance of the people accusing. Sometimes it's just my ignorance and I say the wrong word or the wrong thing in the wrong way. I'm gonna leave this on until it gets back up to 200, and then I'm gonna turn it off and just leave it. Probably, based on whatever happens in the next 20 minutes while I eat these. I'll take them inside to eat. I'm just gonna... Well, I'm gonna have to cook you off there. Well, I just put some butter and cheese on because I need my hands. If I could grow a third hand, I would. Check back soon. Okay, guys, here we are. 3 jacket potatoes in butter with cheese filling. I close them up because I want to just keep the heat in a little bit. But those are ready for snaffling down now. Here we're back up to 200 degrees. I'm not going to open it, but what I am going to do, I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to turn it right, that's off. This ring was never on, it was only the left. So, that's now off. I'm at 200 degrees, so anything in there will continue to cook probably for the next, maybe the next hour or so. And should all just be perfect for breakfast or snacking tomorrow. Meanwhile, me and Tina are going to go inside and we're going to eat these. And that's it for tonight. No further updates. I don't think. Unless anything bizarre happens. I'm down to 50% battery on the phone. I don't want to go too much lower. I need my nightly entertainment. There we go, guys. It's been a day. I've got some clips, well, you're watching it now. If you're watching this video, I've done the job. I've put all the clips together and made hopefully one single video. But I might break off the separate pieces. The day in the park. What else have we done? Oh, no, I didn't video cleaning this, did I? But I don't know, separate pieces. Oh, the wine, the ginger wine section, and the baking the potatoes. I don't know yet, and a lot depends on space on the phone. I'm struggling for space. I've deleted everything up till about 3 days ago. I have the final videos, but none of the clips that went into them, so I can't remaster or redo anything. And you'll notice probably I'm releasing everything at low quality. I'm a tramp. I live in a field. I'm on donations. I paid €10 a month and got 40 gigabytes of data. In previous months, that wasn't enough just for me and my consumption of YouTube videos and podcasts and the like, just general usage. I'm now trying to upload a video a day, sometimes 2, sometimes 3, occasionally none. But I'm trying to upload multiple videos a day, and sometimes it's taking a gig and a half of data. That's more than my daily allowance, and that's just for the YouTube videos. What about me? What about my entertainment, my podcasts, my viewing of YouTube videos? I got so far behind that when I was watching Big Clive live earlier today, I think I watched 2 episodes, but I've downloaded 4 that I haven't watched. Basically, since I started doing YouTube videos, I've fallen behind with downloading some of my favourite videos because I need to stay within my data cap. I need to stay within my limits. 1 gig a day is approximately my limit. There's a few gig to spare, but my package runs out. I buy, it's pay as you go. I pay €10 and that gets me 28 days. So it runs out midnight on Sunday, and it's currently, 10 o'clock on Thursday night. So yeah, I have to manage this more carefully. And now next month, I've been looking through I'm with an outfit called Labara. I've been looking through their offerings, and €15 would get me 80 gigabytes instead of the 40 that I've been on for €10. So that looks like it's worth doing, except I'm a tramp in a field. Just an extra fiver. Just an extra fiver. That's a sacrifice, isn't it? That's not automatic. That's not... I have to weigh up the pros and cons. I'm leaning towards doing it for this next month because before Simon went back to the UK, he put a couple of notes in my hand that would help me cover that. Well, they more than cover that. So for 1 month I can maybe do that. But I got to think about the money left in my pocket and where I go from there. And then we come back, don't we, to the guys that are pushing for me to get PayPal accounts or an Amazon wish list, etc., so that they can help from a distance. I'm still mulling it over, people. I'm still considering it. My food's going cold. Forgive me. I've been cooking for the last, is it 3/4 of an hour or an hour? I think I should actually go and eat it while it's still at least warm. Okay, guys, leave those other questions with me. The PayPal and the Amazon and the whatever else. Really appreciate the offers of support. I know I'm kind of walking a line between begging and not begging, and where I feel with that. I mean, if someone walks up to me now and gives me €5 or €10, I thank them very much and I take it. If someone comes to the camp and brings me a bag of food, a shopping bag or 2 of food, or takeaway food, some people do, I take it. No, I haven't asked, but it's almost begging, isn't it? So the whole PayPal, Amazon wish list, and anything else people suggest, let's say I'm maybe a little bit more open to it than I was a week ago or 2 weeks ago. I don't want to be e-begging. But if this channel is providing any kind of entertainment, if this channel is entertainment, is that the right word? Probably isn't. Fascination? I don't know. If this channel is the roses going by, it's illegal to film them. There they go up the road. It's illegal to film them in Spain. Yeah. How long ago was that now? Was that a week ago? Was that 1 week or two? I think it was just a week ago, wasn't it? Now I'm rambling, guys. If you've no idea what I'm talking about, oh, and there's another bunch of them. Another set in a big van. I'll do that and you can, and then they'll come and talk to me. Oh, they're going past. I'll put the camera back up and you see them go just at the edge there. I'm a bit of a chicken shit because I've got the flash on, I've got the light on, so I would be waving in their face. I don't mind pointing the camera at them and laughing or talking about them, but doing it while waving a big bright light in their face is, I don't know. That's maybe a step too far, isn't it? Even for me. I have an anti-authority streak in me. Always have had. Causes trouble sometimes. I cause trouble sometimes, some would say. Okay, that's it, guys. That's it. All those things that are up in the air, I will revisit in the Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening, the weekly catch-up video that I've started doing. We will circle back and make a mental note. Email me, remind me, put in the comments, tell me. Those are the things. I'll maybe try and do one of those community post type things. I haven't done one yet. I'll do one of those and we'll cycle back to some of the themes that I've just covered in the last 10 minutes while not eating my food. Okay, guys. Must be nearly 10:30 on a Thursday night. That's Tina and Delta Mike out.